Hi guys, this week I'm doing my movie review on one of my personal favorite movies, The Bee Movie, which is you can find it on Netflix. The Bee Movie is about a honeybee named Barry V. Benson who has recently graduated from college and is about to enter the honey industry, honey making workforce with his best friend Adam. And you can see they're at their graduation in this picture. He's initially really excited to join the workforce, but he finds out that once you get this job, you never get a different job. So he's kind of like nervous about that and doesn't want to be stuck in one thing for the rest of his life, like a lot of people are. So the two bees run into a group of the pollen jacks, as shown here, which are bees who collect pollen from flowers outside the hive, and they offer to take Barry with them if he's, quote, bee enough. So they take them to New York City to gather, but Barry gets lost in the rain and ends up almost getting smushed by a human florist named Vanessa. And Vanessa's boyfriend almost tries to squish him, but she makes sure he's released nicely. So later in the movie, Barry returns to tell Vanessa that, like, thank you. But the rule is that the sacred rule in bee world is that they're not supposed to communicate with any humans. But they kind of develop a close friendship, spend time together, and they just do a bunch of things that they probably shouldn't be doing because it's the rule, but they become friends, moral of the story. So one day they're going to the grocery store, and Barry discovers that humans have been eating and stealing honey, and the eating and stealing the bees' honey. So he decides to go to a honey farm and see the poor treatment of the bees in the hive and the like normal like bee farm things. So he decides to so Barry decides then to sue the human race to put an end of the exploitation of bees for their honey. So this is them in trial, and it attracts a lot of attention from both humans and bees, and a lot of people show up against the trial. So what happens I won't tell you the end of the trial, but something regarding Vanessa, a little fun fact, not fun fact, but um, Ken is who tried to kill Barry initially, does get like a little jealous of Barry and Vanessa's friendship, and Ken tries to kill him one more time, but Vanessa breaks up with him because of that. But I won't tell you the end of the trial. But a part that's really impactful in the movie is that the bees don't really realize like what the world would look at like without them with pollination and stuff. So this is like a glimpse into what the world would look like without bees. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you the ending. I'm not going to tell you what ends up happening, but I personally really like this movie because I thought it was a cute depiction of like a bee and human, but it was also kind of funny. Also, I never really had an appreciation for bees because I think they just sting you. But after this movie really made me think about how important bees are for the ecosystem and how we wouldn't survive without them. So I hope you get a chance to watch. I love this movie and would highly recommend.